Hello everyone. Happy Prime Day. Is everybody excited? I hope so. Prime Day can be, kind of a stressful time for everyone, but I hope everyone, has a great day of sales. My name is Marissa Linzey. I am an account director here at my Amazon guy. With me today is supposed to be Vince Montero of brand ambassador of Trivium. While we wait for him to stop by, I will be answering any PPC questions that you have, any Prime Day questions that you have, send them my way. While I am, pretty knowledgeable on ads, I'm pretty good at answering other types of questions. So if you have any strategy-based questions for Prime Day, or anything like that, definitely, throw them my way. I'd be really interested to answer them. But yeah, let's dive in. We also might, have a visitor. We might have Steven jump in here as well. So I guess we'll see. But first question is from Josh Kennedy. So happy Tuesday, and happy Prime Day. How often do you download search term reports? Do you combine data from multiple reports into a master report? Do you prefer Google Sheets or Excel when managing the report? So this is kind of going to be determined by what you're trying to kind of figure out, right? So for SEO phases, we like to download, search terms report for phase 3 every kind of 30 to 60 days, just as a, kind of rudimentary, routine that we do for all of our clients here. But I do pull search term reports after any kind of like viral event happens, right? Prime Day might be a really good time to do this, just in the sense that you're going to be getting a lot more traffic, you're going to be getting a lot more, searches, and you really want to kind of cling on to that data, right, and figure out what people were searching, how that was different from, what you were targeting before, and, reanalyzing your ads and seeing, was I, targeting those before, and, should I be now, or are they Prime Day specific, and that kind of thing. And then do you combine data from multiple reports into a master report? Yes. And then do you prefer Google Sheets or Excel? So we like Google Sheets. Excel works too. Excel, I think, is easier to it has more advanced tools, I would say, maybe than just Google Sheets, but Google Sheets is better for shareability. So I would say Google Sheets there, but really just going to depend on your preference. Okay. And then is Jeff. Hello, Jeff. How are you? Happy Prime Day. So when you have your titles, bullets, and backend keywords and alt text optimized, how do you use them in your ad bid strategy? Good question. So ideally, you want your organic keywords to be working alongside of your sponsored keywords, right? So you want to be making sure that, all the keywords that you're using organically in the listing, so your TBDs, like you were saying, backend keywords are also, in alt text, are also included in your advertising campaigns, where applicable, right? Because you want to be growing at the same speed organically that you're growing, sponsored. So that's how we would use them in the ad bid strategy, making sure that you're being consistent overall, right? Because you don't want to be, really beefing up your organic, keywords and search terms and that kind of thing, and, not giving that same kind of attention, to your sponsored and, to your ads, right? You want them to be growing proportionally. Next question. Is there a way on Jungle Scout to determine what keywords actually convert? Is that something you guys look at when you're doing keyword research? So we don't use Jungle Scout. For the most part, we like to use Helium 10, which is kind of a similar tool. What keywords actually convert is something. So as part of looking at what keywords convert, you'd be surprised. You can find a lot of this information in your own brand analytics. So if you go into your Seller Central and you go into brands, brand analytics, you can actually find in your search query performance report, which we were talking about, previously, that through the ICAP funnel, right, which is something that we heavily, talk about in our YouTube videos, so impressions, clicks, add to carts, and purchases. You can sort these keywords, on a weekly basis, monthly, quarterly, yearly, to kind of see which keywords are actually, getting purchases, right? So you can use the ICAP funnel for a bunch of different things. I know recently, because of Prime Day, we've been seeing a lot more cart ads specifically than maybe purchases, right? Because in the last 2 weeks since the event's been announced, we've had a lot more people adding to cart, but not so much purchasing, right? Because they're waiting out all of the Prime deals and that kind of thing. So that would be a really good way to use the ICAP funnel and search query performance report for that kind of purpose. But we do look at, Helium 10, for keyword research and also your search query performance report when doing keyword research and actually, integrating those keywords into, both your campaigns and then also your organic listings. So hopefully that answers your question there. Another one from Jeff.
Hey guys.
Hi. Hello.
Just checking in with the PPC AMA. How is everybody? Looks like my sign just fell down. So I'm in a new place and I got a new dig. I'm actually going to build an aquarium to put behind me. It's going to be kind of fun. We'll see what happens.
We'll have lights, so it'll kind of like illuminate you from like the back, kind of.
Yeah, we're like doing research on like, okay, is glass going to be better or acrylic? And word on the street is acrylic's going to be better. So it's going to be like from like, I put a Band-Aid right there. Like that's going to be like the canopy.
The scent, yeah.
And then like right here from down, it's going to be the aquarium. So be a nice little 300-gallon aquarium and lots of colors. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
I still have to figure out what I'm going to do with the light. Like my windows are hitting weird.
Yeah.
And so like
you don't want it to be directly behind you, right? Because that'll just like wash you out. So I think the lighting you have right now is okay. But yeah, I think
look okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of curious. So we had a guest today that didn't appear. So that's why I'm coming in to back up Marissa, unprepared, unannounced. So let's talk some PPC, guys. What kind of PPC questions do you guys have? Marissa will continue to host here, and I'm here to answer questions. And Marissa, you've also answered some good questions already.
Cool. All right, let's jump back in. I see a Prime Day specific question from Jeff.
Happy Prime Day, everybody. Even though Prime Day is kind of a farce, let's be honest. These fake deals that everybody does every year and the markdowns from list price. Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Anybody shopping on Amazon knows what I'm talking about. But is Prime Day worth it? Who knows? You get an uptick in sales for 48 hours, then you get a downtick for 2 weeks. So we're in the middle of July when it's super weak. Let's hear the Prime Day question. We got Jeff.
I'm max bids for Prime Day and I'm still not getting placement. What did I do incorrectly? I have discounts and coupons for several ASINs.
You didn't do anything incorrectly. Could just flat out be the data's delayed. And you may be getting impressions. You just may not see the data yet. We've seen that happen a lot on big days when the systems, everybody's logging in to manage their PPC. Everybody's logging in to jack up their PPC bids. There's going to be like, I don't know, 70% of sellers that do nothing for Prime Day, and they're going to come back and probably be better off 4 days from now than the guys that go in and jack everything up and then have to unjack it later this week. But at the same time, as an agency, that I'm speaking my truth while simultaneously saying, yes, we do jack our bids up for our clients, but we do advise them that we don't recommend it in many instances. It's a case-by-case basis. But you probably didn't do anything wrong, Jeff. It's just kind of, it's wild and crazy. Prime Day, bids could be anywhere from 20 to 200% higher today or tomorrow.
Yeah. Something I see sometimes too is, people just jack up their bids, but they're not necessarily, adding anything like extra to their campaigns or anything like that. I think sometimes there's a misconception that, yes, there is more traffic on Prime Day, but if you're campaigns weren't optimized before Prime Day, they're still probably not optimized just because you increase the bids for them, right? Right?
Well said. Well said.
So, it might mean you need to put more targets in there. You need to do more keyword research and be pulling more relevant keywords and stuff like that into your
work on your main image. CTR is the most important in 2023.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not a secret, actually, but everybody fights me on it on social media for some reason.
There's a lot of prep that goes into Prime Day, and I don't want anybody to think it's just as easy as increasing bids and throwing money at it. There's a lot of organic kind of work that needs to go into here too. Right. Next question. Healthy Hindu says, I don't see any big difference in sales even after running Prime Day discounts. So I turned off the discounts. Now sales started to increase. What could be the reason? It's only noon. I feel like it's a little early to be messing around with stuff, right?
75% of your sales are going to come between 4 p.m. Eastern and 9 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, people are at work. People got stuff to do, right? So we're probably going to see, more sales later on in the day. And you also have, all of tonight. Remember, Prime Day is 2 days, so it also goes into tomorrow. So I would turn your discounts back on, as long as that's, still going to be profitable for you. People want to see the discounts, right? They want to see those strike throughs on Prime Day.
We did run a 20% off, basically my full brand. And then we had one of our soaps got marked down to $199. It was incredulous. It was what is going on? So if anybody has one of those horror stories, can that happen? Yeah, unfortunately it does happen.
Double discounts can happen too if you're not careful with if you're doing a Prime exclusive discount and then you also have a sale price. You got to be careful of that.
So these are our soaps, and they're supposed to be 20% off right now, but they're actually not, because we had to undo some Prime exclusive discounts because of the bugs that were hitting us. So that's very common to happen every year. We do have some new images. We ran some pig food tests to see which models to replace. I did a big video about this last week where I had a photo of a dude's armpit and everybody hated that image. And it was super obvious once I saw the data, but for a year, we just had it sitting there. Now we got these nice new models, and, my branding on my products, I was trying to go for the neck beards of the world. Not going to lie. Video gamers, if you were, men who liked cute little gamer avatars. Well, survey says it's actually the woman buying the products. So I guess I'm going to switch my direction on the marketing a little bit back to this. And I am surprised, even though it's a men's product in some of our cases. So we got the macho and the masculine, and then we got a secret set here. So it is what it is. But when we're seeing the data, you got to follow it. Can't ignore the data. So I was going to see if I could find one of my products that's on sale right now. So you guys can see what the discount looks like. So maybe the Sage Stick sale stuck. Nope, not on the 3-pack. What about the 6? 6 looks really low right now.
Do you find that those sell better before Halloween, or that people are doing cleansing before any of that happens?
Mild seasonality on these products. I have a daughter named Sage. That's the only reason I sell Sage products. Yeah. But I would say, cleansing house is not, it's kind of an all year thing. The Mexican or Spanish market is probably the number one market for this. There's got to be some Mexican culture that I honestly don't even understand that's driving it. Maybe I need to switch my avatars over to some Mexican characters, to be honest. But here's what a Prime Day deal looks like right now. Prime exclusive discount, 20% lower, lowest in 30 days. You can see all that there. Maybe we didn't run it on the 3-pack. Let's see if the 12-pack has it. Nope. So 6-pack's where it's at right now. So if you want to get a discount on that, that's what you do. You got the one-time purchase or the subscribe and save. You can see the difference here. And I honestly have no idea if you buy the subscribe and save when it's on discount, when it goes up, does the subscribe and save price go up? I kind of bet it does. So it's probably a little deceiving.
Yeah.
A little deceiving.
Did you sage your new house?
I did not. I'm not the target demographic. I don't, at all. But I mean, if it was smelly, I might do it. I guess. But here's what Amazon.com looks like right now with all these Prime Day
Wow.
discounts, rando stuff. I did pick up some water balloons for the
Okay.
kids. That was probably my favorite buy so far. I'll pull my order screen off screen here for a second, and then I'll pull over my water balloon purchase so you guys can see that one. There we go. But yeah, that was a good price. It's $15 versus the 25 it normally is, but it's 50% off. Not really. That's the list price strike through, which I think Amazon's a scumbag for doing that. But if it's my product, I'd be really happy if they did it, though, to be clear. But they don't. They don't do it for my product. They only do it for big brands that are number one in water balloons. What do you do? $25 regular, 15 on sale. So I bought, my kids, I got 4 kids, 7 and under. It's hot outside right now. So, I did buy something for Prime Day.
I probably will too. I'll look later.
Jeff says, I bought your soaps despite the male armpits. Well, you're probably putting it in your armpits. So I get it, Jeff.
He's a true supporter through and through.
Definitely is. All right. Back to you, Marissa.
Perfect. So we'll do some hellos. So Muhammad Ali says, hi, Stephen. And then Newman also says, hello.
Hello.
Muhammad says, hello, Stephen. And we can get back into the questions. So we have Abbas.
PPC AMA today, guys. Nail those PPC questions in the comments. We're diving in.
We can answer Prime Day stuff too. So we're both pretty knowledgeable on Prime Day stuff as well. So I'm getting clicks on main keywords, like 60 clicks per day, but not getting any orders. Any suggestions to get conversion on most relevant keywords?
Marissa, what do you think I'm going to say?
Probably main image, right? If you're getting clicks, I would even go as far to say that maybe your main image is working if you're getting clicks into the listing itself, but something else within the listing is making it so that they are not moving from, clicking to actually purchasing. So that could be the rest of your image stack, right? Like, do you have lifestyle images? Do you have infographics? Do you have video? How are you, what could be better on the listing that's really going to push somebody from, just clicking and being curious to actually converting?
So here's an example image. This is probably my favorite example to show. So on the left, you got a journal. And if we asked 100 people, why would you buy this product? Survey says 60% would say because it's a yellow journal. Now, if you ask that same question with the right product, survey says because it's a journal for kids. And so Abbas, if your main keyword is not on your product main image right now, there's your problem. It clearly is not obvious enough to the consumer. Additionally, that's kind of a CTR question, but it's also a conversion question, right? So when you put the kids journal keyword on the main image, you're going to get the right clicks to show up at the same time. And in addition to that, when they get to the listing, it's easy for them to understand that, hey, this is what I was looking for. I'm going to purchase this. So I put a link in the chat there, myamazonguy.com/hack. You guys can check out some of these examples here. John Aspinall, one of our other podcast hosts, has been very vocal, taking the message to social media. And you can see we've embedded several of his chats, over 100 likes on most of these posts with additional know-how tutorials on what to do with this. So we do update our content. So even if you've been to myamazonguy.com/hack before, you are going to want to check it out. At the very bottom of that page, we do offer free ASIN tutorial videos. Most of our longtime listeners have used one of these before. If you're tuning in for the first time, you got to check that out. You can get a free video tutorial of your listing, 5 minutes, personalized content. We go through your PPC, SEO, traffic, design, market share as much as we can and dive into that. So boss, that's what I would focus on is you got a conversion problem with that keyword. So adding it to the main image first obvious thing to do, adding it to the title, adding it to the bullets, adding it to the A+ content, and everywhere in between if you can.
Yeah, kind of said it better myself. John also does the ASIN reviews Wednesdays at 12 Eastern. So I believe
tune back in tomorrow. Yeah. Lee, thank you for the donation, brother. Appreciate it. Let's jump to your question. All right, I'm going to read the question. Marissa's going to answer it. Okay. Hi, Stephen. I have an ad campaign. I'll add to it since he's saying my name. I have 50 ad campaigns running each with around 15 keywords. I'm wanting to lower each keyword around 10% each day. Would it affect the campaign if I lower every keyword in the campaign 10%? What do you think, Marissa?
So I think 50 ad campaigns, that strikes me as being a lot of ad campaigns, first of all, with around 15 keywords each. I would say, first of all, 15 keywords, that's probably a lot to have in, one individual campaign as far as like tracking which one is doing, which are performing well and, which maybe not so much. I'm wanting to lower each keyword around 10% each day. So it would affect the overall campaign if you lower every keyword in the campaign 10%. Yes, absolutely. If you're keeping the budget the same, right, of the overall campaign, it might make your ACoS lower if you're reducing your bids on the keywords within those campaigns. But it might be kind of artificial, I want to say sometimes too.
So Lee, one question I have for you is, are you tapping the budget out? Because if yes, the maneuver you're talking about makes perfect sense. If it's just an ACoS play, I think it's also fine. I don't think lowering the keyword bids 10% is going to be impacting a campaign level functionality. What you would probably be better off doing is some additional segmentation. So sometimes having too many ad campaigns on a campaign, you'll see Amazon put 50, 70, 80% of the impressions on 20% of the ad groups, right? And that's cannibalization by definition. So if you're looking for some additional improvements there, what I would probably recommend doing is taking out some low impression ad groups and segmenting those off into their own campaign structures and seeing if that helps. But the sense that I'm getting from the way you worded your question was more of an ACoS play. And if that's the case, you're safe to proceed just as you stated.
Okay, let's backtrack here a little bit. From Sam, when structuring your Amazon title, do keywords have to be exact when customers are searching? Do we have to add the exact phrases being searched, or is it more like a broad match?
No, but it definitely helps, right? So probably one of my favorite examples happens to be my Sage smudge sticks. I'll bring that back up on screen here. And so there was a keyword, I think it was on the 3-pack that we were really focused on this keyword. Sage candles for cleansing house. Now, first of all, this product is not a candle. And when you type that keyword into Amazon, the result that you get is candle, 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 like pretty much all the way down. And then you get to my product. There's my ad. My organic result will probably show up too. There it is. And so the consumer can tell you a lot about what your product is and isn't based on their behavior, right? If I'm getting a higher propensity of conversion for that keyword, then it's important to the listing and we add it in, right? So if we go over to myamazonguy.com/ICAP, I've got a graphic where we showcase the results of this. So I'll post a link to that in the chat. You can check that out too if you're curious. But ICAP, impressions, clicks, add to carts, and purchases. Here's our use case example on this very keyword and this very listing we were talking about. I had an impression share just under 3%, click share of 7%. And we basically tripled our market share when we added that to the title. So Sam, does it make sense to add an exact match to the title? Here is living proof. If you want to triple your market share on that keyword, yes. Now, this keyword wasn't in the title at all to begin with. And so that's why we're seeing such a substantial difference in the outcome. But if we were looking at a product that had a broad match and switched it to exact, it'd probably be way more subtle than this, but still valuable to do. So when you're looking at your market share report inside of Amazon, which we can pull one up right now. So I'll pull up my brand analytics. You can get over here by going to the top left menu and clicking on brand analytics. That'll bring up your search query performance report. You can go to the brand level or the ASIN level. I prefer looking at the brand initially. And so if we look down this list, Sage Sticks is at number 4 on the list, right? And we're talking about Sage Sticks right now. So if we were trying to figure out like what to do about this, my impression share 1.7%.
Are you sharing the right screen? Sorry.
Apparently the window didn't switch. All right, let's try that again. Switch. So stop share. Apparently I only shared the window, not the... all right, share screen, not the Chrome, entire screen. There we go. they switched everything over in StreamYard. It used to be the other way around. All right. So in here, here's the search create performance report. So to get here, you click the menu, go to brands, brand analytics, and here's the brand level. Fourth on the list, Sage Sticks. If we were going to work on this keyword, and it's an important keyword, 7,500 people a week. Notice how I have the weekly reporting there, are searching that. I have 1.7% brand share. I have a 2.9% click share. So I'm actually, when I show up, I'm getting twice the propensity for a click. But you get to the add to cart, it's 21%. Holy crap. That means that I have an opportunity here. I have a pyramid, as I like to call it. And that means people are buying my product at a higher propensity when they search for Sage Sticks. Therefore, I should structure my listing around that more. And so if we go over to the listing, I do have an exact match somewhere on the listing, but not in the title. So if I wanted to increase my brand analytics score, my market share score, my ICAP, my impression count of the I out of the ICAP, I would need to get an exact match for Sage Sticks in the title, or potentially change one of the phrases on the listing. So that's on the listing image like this. So that's probably what I'm going to do here is look for a way. And we have a broad match right there, Sage Smudge Sticks. But if I wanted to get even better on the market share, this is one of the easiest things I could do is I could go down to that exact match. And let's go see what my organic rank is. I could go to a tool like Helium 10 and look this up, but we're just going to do a native search. So I've got PPC position 1 and I've got SEO position 1. So I actually need to take no action here, to be honest. I'm already crushing it. I'm in organic slot number 1. Can't complain at all. But that's what I would do if I was trying to improve my market share there. Great question, Sam.
Humble brag on that keyword.
Humble brag. I mean, I've randomly looked at something randomly, and I happen to be organic 1.
You're like, just kidding. I'm already number 1, but
gotta win somewhere. Sometimes you get enough black hat people attacking you and trying to take you down, and we share all our listings, so anybody can take us down.
Like if we
just turn it into content.
Yeah.
If somebody attacks me, I just turn it into content. I don't care. It doesn't hurt my bottom line.
Got one from Gregor. Hello, is it worth trying to be everywhere in PPC? So sponsored products, sponsored brands, sponsored display for my main keywords, assuming this is eating a big portion of my profit, or focus on more specific ways? Thanks.
So a question like this is always, it depends, but most likely no. So if you are spending $50,000 a month in PPC, I would say absolutely, you should be everywhere. But if you're spending $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 in PPC, you probably should have almost 95% plus in sponsored products. And sponsored display will be a waste of money because that brand awareness will be a drop in the bucket, and you won't be able to come up high enough times to make a meaningful difference. Now, if you're selling a Yeti cup, right, and I've got my own tumblers, we sell tumblers here. Got a little bit of fade on this after I've dishwashed this one a little too many times. But they're freaking awesome, man. Like you keep ice for like 12 hours in these suckers.
It looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah. Well, this one might've been one of our sample misprints to begin with. I don't know. Nick sends my warehouse guy sends me the trash to use at my house. So, nothing throws away. You got to use it. So in any case, if I've totally lost my focus, sponsored display, I would not spend sponsored display on my Tumblr product unless it was on a particular product that I knew actually was profitable. And the reason for that is because nobody searches Age of Sage tumblers on Amazon. It's never going to happen. I will never compete or beat Yeti as a brand. Do I have the exact same product, probably from the same manufacturer? Yes. It's the same quality and, 30% off the price or whatever it ends up being. And there's some personalization and we throw a label on it. But in any case, the point I'm trying to make here is most of your PPC budget should be in sponsored products. Now, if you have a household name brand, you should be dominating display. Your 20, 30% of your portfolio might be in sponsored display because you're trying to create that brand awareness. If you think about it this way, if we were talking about the marketing tornado and where each of these things exists on the tornado, up top would be like sponsored display. And sponsored brand would be like here. I would put sponsored video a little bit lower in the funnel. Lower is better. Lower in the funnel means more likely to convert. And then sponsored product is right here at the very V of the tornado. And it's that perfect time where you can connect with people and get that purchase. And so that's why your budget's better there. Additionally, sponsored products are at the top of the funnel, but generally the consumer is trained to click on them to purchase. Whereas sponsored brand, they're exploring and they're not really sure. And it's weird that sponsored brand doesn't convert as well as sponsored product after all of these years, and it's in the very number one slot. But you still get a lot of curiosity clicks, which hurts the ACoS, and that's kind of why. So don't need to be everywhere, need to be effective. So depending on your spend, you get the idea.
I think it's going to depend, largely on the type of product you're selling too. Like some products, are just not going to do well, like via a sponsored display or like with a video. Even like a tumbler, like you said, like for it to just be like sitting there, like there's not a whole lot of action, I guess, that can be done with the tumbler beyond like just drinking out of it, right? So, different products for, different,
It's a drinking game now.
different ad types and stuff like that for different types of products. Okay, a LinkedIn question. So what strategies should we deploy post Prime Day where we see lower ACoS but higher total ACoS?
All right, I'm gonna have to read this question 3 times.
Yeah.
Post Prime Day where we see lower ACoS but higher total ACoS. So that doesn't make any sense. So I'm guessing he means you did good on Prime Day, but then post Prime Day it sucks. That's kind of what I'm thinking he's saying. And if that's the case, you just have to lower your bids back down. Simple as that.
Yeah. That's what we're doing here, for all our clients here at MAG. We want to make sure we're boosting their bids for the event and then, taking them back down, expecting kind of a lull after, Prime Day for
major lull.
Yeah.
Which means if you look at the week as a whole, it's static week over week.
Yeah.
Which means the whole point of this process is defeated.
When does that start to kind of ramp up again? Q4 or, before that?
Yeah, so every month from here on, it will get slightly better. From my experience, this is category agnostic, right? Obviously, back to school is going to crush it in August and September, but like the general home category will just slightly get better and better, and then November it just goes hockey stick, right on Black Friday weekend. Without a doubt, every single year this is exactly what happens. So when there's more days between Black Friday and Christmas, retailers make a bigger buck. It's just psychology. So if there's an extra 1, 2, 3 days between Black Friday and Christmas, retailers make an extra couple of percentage points in net profit for the year.
I know it's too late, but is it against TOS to include Prime Day, or other call events in your image or text?
Yep. Amazon wants to have exclusive rights to this where they will put that in the call outs or the coupons themselves. Not allowed to put it anywhere. You can bid on it though. You can bid on keywords like Prime Day Tumbler. There's that drinking word again.
Yeah. I had a client that tried to add a brand store, or a page to their brand store for Prime Day, like specifically, and it was instant rejection there. So
I'm actually surprised by that one because you can have a Christmas theme, so why can't you have a Prime theme? That actually doesn't make sense.
Nope, can't have any, verbiage. The bots catch it.
Maybe it was the discount language, potentially.
Maybe. I think it just said maybe like Prime Day, like deals or Prime Day. So they were trying to position themselves as like a separate page within the store, just for the event. But no, didn't work.
I'm very surprised by that. And maybe the promo language, maybe, but like if you can have a theme store, why not have a Prime theme store? So weird.
They said not our theme. You can have other themes, but not the Amazon.
Not Amazon's theme. Optimus Prime, Autobots assemble.
Nope.
So no, not that one. But any one of the others, it's fine.
Question from Jason.
Our VP of brand management. All right.
Yes. What kind of strategy would you take advertising a handmade catalog with thousands of one-off products?
He's giving me the layup question. So I would create an auto campaign with 1,000 ad groups with 5-cent bids and $100 ad campaign budget. Super easy to do this. You'll see results based on the high SKU quantity. There's there's going to be a minimal amount of impressions, but it will be the lowest ACoS campaign on the account. Now, how do you scale beyond that? It gets harder from there, and very difficult from there, actually. So you'll have to start positioning the products on an individual basis and focus on the top 5 SKUs at the cost of most of your catalog.
Yeah, so you'll see what like the 90-10 phenomenon, right, for most of your kind of catalog.
With handmade, it's more like 98-2. So
yeah,
yeah, like 2 of your SKUs are 98% of your sales.
Handmade's just a tough category, just in general,
Yeah, I mean, they tried to compete with Etsy. They just haven't. But to be honest, the Etsy customers aren't as fun to have. Yeah, can you personalize this tumbler in 17 ways that your listing clearly says you can't do? I'm going to ask you that question 4 times and spend your virtual assistant's labor answering customer service questions. That's what happens on Etsy. Don't get that on Amazon, at least.
Yeah. Okay.
By the way, Etsy is a good platform, and I highly recommend it. Just be real about what you're selling to.
For sure. I have all but abandoned broad campaigns, lots of impressions, minimal clicks, and conversions. Ideas.
What do you mean by all but abandoned? As in you're not optimizing them or you don't know how to optimize them? I think that's what Jeff means here. So add the keyword to the main image, go for CTR. Also, look up the top 5 keywords manually to see what you're competing against and ask yourself this question. Why would a consumer click on yours versus somebody else's? So if you have the only pink tumbler and everybody else is teal, is that going to steal some clicks? Yep. How do I know this? Because that's what I did. We'll bring up my store again here. So there's the tumbler right there, the mom tumbler. So when I launched my mom box, I did 144 grand in the first 30 days because I had the only pink tumbler in a mom box. Everybody else had teal. So sometimes being the only one helps. But if it's not clear why somebody would click on yours versus somebody else's, so like, I don't know, let's just do gifts for mom. Right? That's probably a little too generic. Let's do mom box. So I'm only looking at other boxes here. So there's my product right there. I'm again in position. Nope, is that sponsored? No, that's organic. I'm in organic slot 1. Sweet. Awesome. I didn't plan this. And as we look at the list, like why would somebody click on mine versus somebody else? Well, I have the word mom box directly in my image. So that must be what I'm looking for if I type in the word mom box, right? So if we try to find somebody else's listing, it's your birthday or something else. I don't know, bump boxes. I bet you I don't come up for bump boxes. This might be a brand name. Yeah, it's a brand name for sure. So if we scroll down, how long until mine comes up, right? I don't have that word probably anywhere on my listing, and I may not even be able to because it's a trademark term. But nonetheless, my product would be germane. And as we scroll down here, nowhere to be found. So if I wanted to compete on that, I would have to retool the listing. Probably chose a bad example with the fact this is a branded term. But if we look down the list and we just try to find keywords that I'm not getting on, it's a CTR question, the image, something like that. A good way to solve the problem. I removed Marissa temporarily. I was trying to fix this. All right. Well, Marissa's ditching me. Bye. See ya. Here, let me hang my sign up so nobody sees my butt.
I don't think it's me. I'm hardwired into this internet, so I don't think it's my connection, but we were experiencing technical difficulties. All right,
no technical difficulty. I just didn't want to show off my butt. Hanging the sign didn't do me any good. You can't even see it anyway. Whatever. Where the aquarium is going to go.
All right. John jumped in here as well, our own John Aspinall, who is live tomorrow. Prime Day is here. Is it best practice to pull off the gas on PPC and let the organic influx of traffic take over? Or should we double down and spend on ads?
The answer to that question is, are you going for profit or are you going for growth? If you're going for growth at the cost of profit, then yes, you would be doubling down. If you're going for profit, you'll make no changes to your PPC whatsoever. You won't discount at all, and you'll have a nice profit day regardless, because the traffic on Amazon's up 300% during Prime Day week, during Prime Day today, and post Prime Day 2 tomorrow. So it just depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for growth, you're going to discount. If you're looking for profit, you're going to do nothing.
How often should you be checking into your ad campaigns on Prime Day to see if they're going out of budget and that kind of thing? I know.
I would say right around 5 o'clock, I'd give them a little lookaroo, and then probably again at 8 o'clock. But the other thing you could do is you could just jack the budget up like 1,000% and then walk away, and who cares? So it just depends. But at the same time, if you jacked your PPC bids up 50%, then you may not want to do that, and you may want to go out of budget. So maybe you need to lower your budget and just keep a closer eye on it. So diminishing returns will exist. So just be cautious.
For sure. Okay. And then thank you from Sam.
You're welcome, Sam.
Hi, Steven. What about meat? Am I chopped liver now because Steven joined the stream? It's my AMA.
You're doing great. I mean, I was behind the scenes listening, waiting to see if I should join or not. And I was like, she could probably run the show without anybody. So I thought you did great, Marissa.
Thank you. So he asks, I am running manual campaigns, auto campaigns, and ASIN targeting, but I am not getting impressions, although competitors are getting a lot of sales. What should I do?
All right, Chop Liver, what should we do?
I would say make sure that your bids are optimized so that you're, hopefully getting more impressions, right? Advertising is an auction, right? And if you're not even coming close to winning that auction, that's going to be a big problem for your impressions. I'd also make sure that you're relevant. It might be like a relevancy issue. What are your thoughts, Stephen?
The price. The price is the problem. Almost 90% of the time when I see this question, it's always the price. So I have a solution for you. Go to myamazonguy.com/price, and you'll see a guide on how I did this. Basically, lower your price 50%, Mohammed. It sucks. You're like, what do you mean 50%? That's insane. Yes, that's exactly why you should do it, because nobody else will. And then raise your price every week. Week 2, 40%. Week 3, 35%. It's going to take you 8 weeks to get you where you want to go. I am currently doing this on my Rose products. And where is the video? I don't actually see the video where I did this, where I lost money on my Mr. and Mrs. product. So let's see if we can find this. Is this a Mobster product? I think it might be a Mobster product. Could be wrong on that. Yeah, this is the one. All right. Yeah. So this Mr. and Mrs. Tumbler, Amazon's Choice in wine glasses. Woohoo! Basically, I had 500 of these in July of last year, and I lowered the price down from $30 down to $15, and it sold all 500 units in 2 weeks, and I forgot about it because I was busy trying to grow an agency, right? I barely spent any time on my product business, so I get to make all the mistakes that a lot of people make by accident. And when we replenished the stock and we went back to $25 after being at 15 with 500 sales, all of a sudden I was selling 200 units a month. And that's the only thing that changed. We didn't optimize the listing. We didn't change anything. No main image, no PPC updates. We just changed the price. Sometimes on Amazon, you need sales to get sales. And the best way to do that is just to go super dirt poor on the pricing and then work your way back up. So we ended up staying at 25 habitually, but we do have a Prime Day on this at $20. And so that makes a big difference. If we were to look at any tools where you could see the BSR history on this product, you would see what I'm talking about over time. Social team, you guys are watching this. We need to add the video where I talk about this tumbler to the pricing page over at myamazonguy.com/price. So let's get that one added in there.
It's a good explanation, I think. I mean, yeah. All right. And then when's the last date to schedule Prime Day deals and discounts? I think, can you still go in and edit them today or no?
I mean, you can run a sale, but not a Prime exclusive discount anymore. Yeah. It's too late.
They always put up the due dates, I feel like, on this is the last day to submit one, or
I honestly think May was when the deadline closed.
Yeah.
Coupons you can still get a coupon up. You can still get a sale price or a strike through, but I think you missed the boat on this one. You can submit the ones for Black Friday starting like next week. They freaking opened that up already.
Deals.
I got the email and I'm like, what do you, Prime Day hasn't even happened yet.
So they're already confirming that they're going to do the fall one again. So in October.
Yeah. So when there's too many Prime Days, it's going to lose its luster and it's just going to be hoopla, and you should just ignore it as a brand, to be honest. That's where we're heading. It's like the post office. Like I move houses, and I submit the 2 weeks later, the mail forwarding still hasn't kicked in. That's how the death spiral of the post office is such hot garbage right now. They're getting rid of first class mail at the post office. It's unprofitable. The whole system is crumbling. And this is what happens to a system. And Amazon is going to go down the same failed path of multiple Prime Days, of multiple events promoting too much. And it's a death spiral, ends up down, flushing down the toilet. It's not a good thing. I think they shouldn't do it, but they're going to, and they're going to do it every year from here on out. Just watch.
Yeah, I feel like it's distracting too. Like, you know, the screen you shared before where it was just all of the red tags all over the place. Like that's, I feel like number one, overwhelming, but two, it's just, I think it would have the same impact if all of them just didn't have all of those Prime exclusive deals and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah, conditionally on what you're saying there. So if you look at the long view, it'll be the same. If you look at the short view, obviously the spike, yeah, boom, big Prime Day. I was super excited. I did twice the number of sales I do on a normal day. Okay, well, how much sales did you do for the week? Oh, well, it's static week over week. So that's what's going to happen with Prime Days. It's the unfortunate thing. Now, there are, so let's be clear, there are some winners during Prime Day. There's the 2%ers out there who crush it on Prime Day, and they have the best deal ever, and all of a sudden they're number one in their category. Those stories exist. Those stories are true. But for the 80, 98% of us out there, it's a bust. From a long view look, it's a nice spike for a day, but it's static on the week.
Mohammed says, thanks a lot, you both. Thank you. Feeling appreciated.
Chop Liver says thank you. You're welcome.
I feel appreciated. Thank you.
I want Marissa to be one of the faces of MAG. That's why she's here, guys. I think she's good stuff. So
I'm trying.
You're doing good.
Another one. Is it worth it to sell on eBay? That's the first question. Second question, and I love that you condensed it into one part. Thank you for doing that. Which courier partner is best and profitable for doing FBM?
eBay is worth doing, but the sales are lackluster. So the categories that do best on eBay are metal-based. I used to work for a company called Admix.com. We were the #1 worldwide seller in terms of gross sales on eBay. Now, I say #1, but it was absolutely a cheat because it's a low-margin business. And basically, we're just, we're running $1 billion in sales, but it's like a 3% margin. So it's a $50 million company, if you get my drift. But you get the idea. Precious metals do really well, gold, silver, jewelry. The other thing that does well on eBay is secondhand shoes do incredibly well on eBay, especially if they're like the designer shoes or the Jordan mix or whatever, and then collectibles. I had a Kobe Bryant rookie signed card I sold for $600 like a year or two on eBay. And I had it on ebay.com listed for 12 months. And then randomly one day it finally sold. So I was very patient about it. I didn't care how long it took. Whatever. Charge me an extra $1 a month eBay to list my item repeatedly. I don't care. But I finally sold it and shipped it out. And that was cool. So that's what it works on eBay. If you're trying to sell like a home good or a regular brand, household brand item, probably not going to move a lot of units, unfortunately. A lot of bottom dwelling auction-based systems on eBay. Still a great platform. I wouldn't put a lot into it. Now, certain like aftermarket parts, incredible. Certain categories do immensely well on eBay. Which courier partner is best and profitable for doing FBM? I would say if you can make it work, the United States Postal Service is the most profitable. But you get what you pay for, including 2-week delays on some mail forwarding services, which I'm experiencing right now. So it is still the most profitable because they don't charge enough. I do prefer UPS probably second, FedEx with the distant third, DHL with an even more distance fourth. And there's probably some other couriers that'll come out and do well here and there. I don't necessarily think what was that program that came out when Walmart was doing its own Prime version, but it was like right before that. I forget the name of it. It was kind of was hot and then not. But there was like another 2-day shipping Prime equivalent program that came out. Not profitable though, not the answer to your question. But there are other ways and other couriers and other locations and 3PLs and whatever you can use to try and improve that. But here's what I do on my account. I will do multi-channel fulfillment through ShipStation out of my FBA inventory for eBay. And then I never have to touch it. And I automated it. So that's what I do personally.
It's the easiest. And a lot of clients do it that way too. It's just the easiest way if they're selling in multiple, kind of places.
And by the way, guys, we do have a bunch of third-party partners that we do recommend. You can go to myamazonguy.com/third with a number. And on that listing, we have all the programs, and we got links to all the different providers we recommend, like ShipStation. So Helium 10, you can get 20% off. Stephen Pope 6 M20, 20% off for 6 months. Fast Photography, you guys need a photography service. Jungle Scout Perpetua, a couple other big namers. Some tools you may or may not have heard of. Data Dive, they're kind of up and coming. Veeam, payroll provider, highly recommend them. They are the best. Lots and lots of different providers on here. There's the ShipStation one. PickFu, Amazon code. Use my Amazon guy for a code there. Find a virtual assistant at onlinejobs.ph. All kinds of different third-party partners we recommend. Big fans of Multiply Me. Yoni's a great guy. Some other, so like long list of different providers that we've got on the board here. I have tested probably 90% of the providers here and have used them personally. And the 10% I haven't. I just think they're cool tools, and I think clients should use them, but I haven't yet. So,
do we have time for a few more questions?
All right, are we the lightning round? Let's do lightning round. All right.
Okay. Do you use the same or similar ad strategies for Amazon and Walmart?
Walmart is basically what Amazon was in the first 2 years of beta PPC advertising. They were basically auto campaigns only for a while. Now they're starting to open up to some manual. And they're going to accelerate very quickly. So the answer to the question is technically no, but increasingly yes. And so we'll see some of the same things that worked on Amazon work on Walmart, but not quite yet.
Sometimes you have to use some of the information from Amazon just because there won't be enough information on Walmart. Sometimes that's a problem we run into for, the really niche products.
Helium 10 does work with Walmart. Most of the other keyword tools also work with Walmart. So you can get some ideas of impressions or suggested bid locations, but you could pretty much just port your Amazon logic. It'll probably work on Walmart to some extent.
For sure. And this is kind of a broad question. What type of strategy we need to focus to increase Amazon account sales on regular days and in Prime days? Just make sure your listings are optimized, make sure your budgets are optimized, and plan for extra traffic on the special days, the Prime days, the Black Fridays. But I don't think that changes from the day to day.
So at My Amazon Guy as an agency, we're going to be doing these 4 things for the next 10 years. These 4 things will never change: PPC, SEO, design, and catalog work. You need to do these 4 things. These are the basics that we're always going to work. Basic scale, right? I work with a lot of sophisticated sellers, and when I give them my advice and they're like, "That's it," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's it." Do the basics. Because if you try and do advanced stuff, you will end up complicating it. Your assistants, your employees will not be able to execute it. And think about it this way: the McDonald's franchise model. If you don't dumb it down and franchise it out, somebody else will, and then they're going to beat you on margins. So I like to run basic strategies that I know are always going to work. No 2-step URLs, no review manipulation, no send extra mail to somebody after they make their post purchase. Like all of these things that don't work anymore because they've been banned, I never tested or used myself. I always stick to SEO, PPC, design, and catalog work. And all of the 2,000 videos we have on the channel focus on those 4 things.
And I think I know the answer to this, but can you include books in a storefront? Brand I'm working with has a mix of products that are listed as books, but also
yes,
an admin calendar.
Yeah, we have one. If you go to amazon.com/we, that's one of our clients. He has books in there. So let's see. Sorry, Ryan, meant to share my screen. So he's got some books in there.
Yeah. Okay. And then, do you want one more or?
Yeah, let's go all the way up to the hour here. So here's an example of a book, Amazon.com/we. Isn't that the coolest brand store name?
Yeah.
2 letters. Can you imagine? He's been a client with us for like 5 years. This dude can get on stage, give us TED talk and be like, yeah, find me on Amazon.com/we. Like, that's insane. That's super powerful. Pretty cool.
Yeah, Vanity URLs are really nice. We try to, enact those for all of our clients, right? It just cleans
And
it
they are
up.
case sensitive, which is the weirdest part.
Yeah.
So if you want capitals, I don't recommend it.
And then say we have a $70,000 private label startup budget. What would your strategy be with regards to product selection, value addition, and existing selling products, etc., to make a $1 million sales brand?
Stick to what you know. So if I was a nationally ranked chess player, which I was growing up, I might say to myself, stick to selling chessboards or stick to selling chess sets or clocks, because I could literally be the customer avatar for this. And so sticking to what I understand and know will pay major dividends. If I tried to sell a supplement, I would be competing against people like Mina Elias, who is a chemist engineering background. Like, there is no way I would be able to formulate a supplement better than Mina. Like, zero chance. So I'm going to stick away from things I don't understand and stick to what I know. I love the gift giving business. So that's the first thing I would say, Maz, is don't use data to make your selection. Use your own personal understanding and knowledge. Right? If you're the number one hobbyist at a particular thing, like maybe you know more about honeybees than anybody else in the world, then make honeybee products and stick to what you know. Then use the data to see if there's demand for what you understand. But the riches are in the niches, and those black hat Chinese, ballers out there aren't going to hit you as hard if you're in the niches anyway. So that's what I would do. I would stick to what you understand and go deep on an inch wide and a mile deep on products you understand.
Definitely. I used to be in chess club as a kid, so.
You look like a chess nerd. You look like you were chess.
I liked chess. I went in the summertime, so my mom would drop me off at chess camp, and
Oh man. Oh, my Wi-Fi went out there for a second, and like you froze frame. It was just epic. I got to send you a screen grab. It was good.
Don't.
Come on, I was chess club president. Come on, I was giving you a compliment. I got her to laugh, guys.
I love that. Thanks to you both.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. All right. I think that is all the questions that we have today. So it brings us right up until 12:57. Do you want to do some shameless plugs? Do you have anything that you'd like to
plugs? Yeah, you got this down pat.
Shameless plug time. Okay. So tomorrow we've got John Aspinall at 12 p.m. Eastern. He's going to be doing ASIN reviews. So have that prepared. Have either, your own ASIN or an ASIN you'd like to see him break down on, main image, everything like that. We also have Jason Mastromateo and John Aspinall on the Friday podcast together at 12 p.m. Eastern. So they will be answering any kind of general Amazon questions that you have, and maybe some post Prime Day, questions as far as that goes. We also have the Mag AI tool, which Stephen is demonstrating for us right now. So that is at myamazonguide.com. It's right on the front page. You can ask our Mag AI bot any question. Amazon themes only. It doesn't have a personality yet. It's not that advanced yet, but maybe it'll have the voice of Stephen Pope one day. Or you can.
We're working on it. We're trying. We're trying to get that A up and running. But yeah, it even gives you a YouTube link where you can segment questions. So if you didn't get your question answered today, check out our Mag AI bot, or Magi, as I like to nickname him. Just go where my finger's pointing, right there. Boom. Give me 10 PPC tips. It'll spit something out. And if you want to hire us for full service, we do everything you see on screen here, including trademarks, brand stores, SEO. We're the only one that has a public 4-phase SEO strategy. We basically invented the SEO Amazon industry. We'll do all of the design work, images. My refund guy, you want to get some clawback out of Amazon, they lose your shipments, we got that. Listing goes down, product gets yanked, we do listing reinstatements, we do account suspension. Want us to audit your account, we do that as well. Need some photos, need a coaching call. we got coaches on the coaching page ready to serve you guys today. So check it out. myamazon.com/coaching will help you out. That is our show today. Marissa, I thought you did great. Thanks for letting me guest hit.
Oh, you're welcome. Don't mention it. All right. Well, it was so fun hosting this today. We'll see you next week.
All right. We'll see you guys.
Bye.